Welcome to First Page Fridays, a video series from the Ames Free Library. Join us each week as AFL staff share the first pages of books from a wide variety of genres. We'll read everything from new releases to titles from the library's most popular authors and even some of our personal favorites.
Hi, my name is Alicia, and I'm going to be reading one of my favorite romances, Letters from Skye by Jessica Brockmole. It's told mostly in letters. It's epistolary, so I'll read one from and one to letter. Chapter 1, Elspeth. Urbana, Illinois, USA, March 5th, 1912. Dear Madam, I hope you won't think me forward, but I wanted to write to express my admiration for your book, From an Eagle's Eyrie. I'll admit, I'm not usually a guy for poetry. More often, I can be found with a dog-eared copy of Huck Finn or something else involving mortal peril and escape. But something in your poems touched me more than anything has in years. I've been in the hospital, and your little book cheered me better than the nurses, especially the nurse with the mustache like my Uncle Phil's. She's also touched me more than anything has in years, though in a much less exciting way. Generally, I'm pestering the doctors to let me up and about so I can go back to my plotting. Just last week, I painted the dean's horse blue, and I had hoped to bestow the same on his terrier. But with your book in hand, I'm content to stay as long as they keep bringing the orange jello. Most of your poems are about tramping down life's fears and climbing that next peak. As you can probably guess, there are a few things that shake my nerves, apart from my hirsute nurse and her persistent thermometer. But writing a letter, uninvited, to a published author such as yourself, this feels by far my most daring act. I am sending this letter to your publisher in London, and will cross my fingers that it finds its way to you. And if I can ever repay you for your inspiring poetry, by painting a horse, for example, you have only to say the word. With much admiration, David Graham. Isle of Skye, March 25th, 1912. Dear Mr. Graham, you should have seen the stir in our tiny post office. Everyone gathered to watch me read my first letter from a fan, as you Americans would say. I think the poor souls thought no one outside of our island had ever laid eyes on my poetry. I don't know which was more thrilling to them, that someone had indeed read one of my books, or that the someone was an American. You're all outlaws and cowboys, aren't you? I myself admit to some surprise that my humble little works have fled as far as America. From an Eagle's Eyrie is one of my more recent books, and I wouldn't have thought it had time to wing across the ocean just yet. However you've acquired it, I'm just glad to know I'm not the only one who's read the blasted thing. In gratitude, Elspeth Dunn.